Hello and welcome back to Cardboard Decoy Plays Factorio. Now, we don't have a lot to do until rocket defense is done, but I'm thinking just because it would be an incredible cheat if I didn't, I'm going to try to at least test this out to see how well it would actually work. So, let's do like that, and we'll run the track up here. This is just temporary, naturally. For kind of it's more or less a test bed for a future incarnation of this idea. Here we go. There we go. And that's the one I want. Oh my god, I need to get those steel tools. It's ridiculous that you have to have tools to be able to disassemble things, in my opinion, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. There's not a lot I can do about it, is there? Alright, so, alright. And then what we need is a bunch of lights. We need lights and stations. Let's get like 10 stations and 10, many more than that lights. Yes, there we go, 20 lights. So we will run a train. Not like that kind of train, but we'll run a train, or several, or at least 2, 3, or 4, just to make sure that, you know, the proof of concept is provable. So yeah, looks like all of that got moved out pretty quickly. Magic of the logistic system. Always nice. So there we go. We got plenty of stone to supply our railway needs. We don't have to worry about that anymore. And it's dark except for the glow of our capacitors here. So let's see. Did they bring me stuff yet? No, they're still in the process of bringing me stuff. Okay, cool. Do we have... Yes, we got 6. They're bringing me more lights. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and start assembling this just out of theory. First of all, what I would want is one station here. Let's pretend we have nothing but what's going to be tracks that are, first of all, let me do like 5 and 10 of these. Ooh, Jesus, don't do that. Okay, cool. So, we'll put down our, first of all, let's put down our car. We have many. So, there we go. Car. And game on. Alright. Okay. Oh, no. We want it to point that way. Yes. This is going to be the counterclockwise exterior to this whole scheme. And, woo, easy. Okay. And then one here. Whoops. Back. Alright. Alright. We need to go ahead and put this one in there. Okay. So there's one station. Oh, we're missing some track here. No real explanation as to why. Okay, and then we'll have another station here. Whoa, there we go. Excuse me. Okay. Finish up this track. Man, I've got... Oh, man, I'm starting to get ideas. Like, crazy, ridiculous ideas. Alright, let's go like this. That's oil, so we'll have an oil station right here. Okay. Alright, alright. And... Ooh, gas this place out really quick. Okay. And then another station up here. No, that's not. I need straight track. What are you doing? What are you doing to me here? Alright. Okay. And there we go. Now let's assume none of the trains are bigger than 2. Alright. There's that. Taken care of. And then one here. Alright. Okay. It's going to be a lot of self-affirming verbal filler here. I apologize in advance. This is me being deep in thought and trying to focus on this wild idea I have in my head for setting up train stations, which may or may not be, like, even feasible. So, that's there. Okay, cool. Alright, so we have all of those stations set up. And that's going to terribly complicate our map here. Huggles, Anders A. Olsen, Matthias Simonson, Sukasa. Mikasa is Sukasa. That, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I should actually feel proud of myself for that, but I'm going to assume not. Rocket defense is done. Sweet. So, this is the decision process now. Oh, okay, so we could just end the game, right? Like, no big deal. And it's not like this is going to be kind of a letdown kind of deal, but, yeah, suffice to say, there's not really any in-game content in place. There's a concept. There's, you know, the developers have been like, oh yeah, this is what's supposed to happen, but right now it's not the case. It's just not there yet. So I think before we do missile defense, we will finish out this little train plot that I have here. Plus, also, I need a few videos to buffer the time that it will take. I mean, I'm already. So I've got new internet, and my new internet is kind of shit. It's not Comcast, but it's another company that isn't Comcast specifically because they're not Comcast. So I'm trying to do my part against the great internet Satan, but let's just say that I am able to upload as many videos as I post in a day. Like, it literally takes me at least around 8 hours, if not just a tiny bit less, to upload one of these videos. So especially if they go overboard. So either my videos have got to get shorter, or I pledge allegiance to the great internet Satan and then forsake all of our desires and futures and whatnot to the political gainings of a system that has been overtaken by lobbyists. So tough call, really. If that made any sense. Too many trains of thought at once. But yeah, so speaking of trains, let's go ahead and we should probably set up fuel really quick just for funsies, since we're going to want to make sure all of these trains stay fueled indefinitely. Oh wait, hold on, that's not gonna work. Let me do that. Okay, and then one over here. Okay. Okay, there we go. And okay, requester chest right there. And then blue arm. We can actually place right there. And then let us build some trains once they are delivered to us. We have no space in our inventory for anything right now. Let's go ahead and get rid of that request. Find somewhere to drop off this excess track really quick. Very quickly. As in, before they can bring me anything, because I think they just drop it on the floor whenever my inventory's full. So this could be bad. Okay, let's do that. Alright. No, it did not drop it on the floor. Good. That was almost real tragic. Alright. So, and actually we don't need this anymore. We have all the stations we could want. And they're going to bring us some more stations because he's following orders like a good robot, so I can't hold it against him. Okay. And, okay. That's there. Perfect. Where is these? Okay, there we go. What's your deal? There we go. Okay. Okay. And 2 of these. And hop on the train. Let's go back. Okay, there we go. I think I was auto-saving. That was a little weird. We want to request at least 150 of these. You know what? We can enter it manually. It's always fun. Alright, there we go. I always have 150 of these. And you will have Moritz Schmid. Moritz Schmid. Where is Moritz Schmid? That's a lot of train stations. Alright, run the train. And stop the train. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is actually establish a system of lights. Lots and lots of lights. Basically, all the lights we could possibly put down in order to make sure the train runs safely. So here we go. There's a light. There's a light. Oh, it's not going to let me put it there. I have to put it by quote-unquote straight track. Okay, cool. So we're going to do this just along the length every now and then, and it's basically going to create a queue system for the trains. So if trains get backed up in one station for one reason or whatever, then it's no big deal, actually. So there we go. That goes there. And then, oh, I hit something. Okay, it wasn't a vital structure. It was just a tree or something. Okay, so that's the last stoplight before there. There's a check light there. Whoa. Okay. And do one right here. So every time you set one up, you see which way the arrow is pointing. It's basically designating that next little area as a block. And if there's any trains occupying that block, and the block length goes from that light to the next light you place down. So basically right here, unless the train station counts, and then that will end up being a problem. But we'll figure that out. But let us see. Whoa. Let's go ahead and make sure there's a queue back here. We'll definitely be testing that out along with it. But if we can get this to work, or, you know, just basically make it run right, then I will count myself as satisfied. And that will be step one of this crazy, ridiculous train idea that I have here. Alright. There's a light. And then there's a light right there. Doesn't necessarily have to be anywhere. It just has to hold up trains long enough to let other trains in front of them do whatever they must. Okay. And, yep, one light there. Now, that's the question. I don't know if train stations count functionally as a light. If they do, then our trains are going to crash into each other. That's all there is to it. And that's fine. That's part of the fun. So, let's go up here a little ways. Say right here. Okay. And there's another train station, so we'll put a light after it. And then almost to the next station, so we'll put a light there. Now I'm almost intentionally putting lights too close to the station just to test out whether or not that's considered a block. Or alternatively, it won't matter because the train will still occupy those blocks, technically, even if it is just the cargo wagons, and the other trains won't move forward anyway, so that's basically totally dandy. Okay, we are now out of lights, so I'm going to have to get a few at least. So, okay, you're going to repair me, that's perfect. Okay, so let's go real quick. Moritz, hold on, I'm going to take some notes, like physical notes. Let me get a pad here. Sticky note sounds. So we have Moritz, Leopold. That name always makes me think of Bugs Bunny, because that was like one of his, I don't know, it's one of the names that he referenced regularly for his little schemes. Tsukasa. Mikasa is Tsukasa. That's like the girl from Attack on Titan. Matthias. Is that the only Matthias I have is the good question. I did manage to spawn 2 stations with the same name, and I have no idea how that would have screwed things up, so I just deleted one and re-put it down. Anders. Huggles. And... Alright, so... How are we doing on time right now? I'm just curious. Oh yeah, we got like 5 more minutes. That's more than enough time to make sure this all works. Okay, so... I will go back here to do this. So we've already managed to put in... more than... Hold on, let me... There we go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's already more stations than we have up here, set up down here, but they perform different jobs, and it was much easier and faster to set up all of these, if you don't necessarily count the time it took to actually go kill the biters in between videos and that kind of a deal. Plus we haven't actually set up like the actual mining things, but we have the actual railway set up, and that's like over half the battle. Alright, I'm just going to take a drink of my water. Okay, so... I was doing, let's see, Moritz, Leopold, that's Leopold, Tyvek, Tsukasa, Matthias, Anders, Fortunately, they are all in alphabetical order. Huggles and... Okay. So, that's good to go. Here's my largest burning question. Can I copy this to the next train? Whoa, no, rotate. There we go. Now he's moving forward. Okay, and then 2 carts here. Oh, here's the thing I really wanted to do. We were going to do random time, so 10, 0, 20, 10, 10, and it really sticks on those divisible by 10s, right? 35, 30. Okay, cool. Alright. Now, let us try to copy these to here. It doesn't work. Oh, God almighty, help me. Alright, let's see. Run the train. We're going to get him to go. And then we're going to put some fuel into this train. And then as soon as that one moves out of the way, we'll tell this one to go to, what is this, Moritz, and add, run the train, stop the train. Okay, so you can see that light over there is red because we're taking up this block, which is pretty cool, and we're not in that block, so the light is green. So already it functions roughly as we want it to. Alright, let's do this again. Leopold Tyvek. Get this memorized by the end of it. That'd be amazing. Let's see. Okay. Oh, random times. And Tyvek, Tsukasa, add 20. Matthias, Anders. What are the odds of, like, trying to intentionally do something randomly and actually doing the exact same times for everything, I wonder. Let's see. Anders, Huggles and Gak. Alright, Huggles and Gak. Alright. Okay. And then we say run the train, and the train runs. Okay. And then we'll do one more. And if nothing else, this will be a fantastic demonstration of how this is supposed to work. Okay, where was I getting attacked, I wonder? Oh, all the way down there? Yeah, that's no big deal. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. Let's put you are going to be in, for the time being, you are going to be in Moritz. Moritz is the first one. Add, run the train. Put fuel in the train. That would work, huh? Alright. Stop the train. Let's skip around here a little bit, because they don't all need to go to the same thing. So we'll do Tyvek. No, wait. No, let's do... Okay, add 10, Tyvek, and then Matthias. Okay. Alright, and Gak. We'll end at Gak for 20 seconds. See, now the problem is with having them all in series like this, if they're running to different things for different times, the whole route only goes as fast as the slowest train. So that could be a problem in the long run. Alright, we're going to run the train. We can just keep putting trains until the first one comes back. How about that? Real fun stuff. Alright. Oh, there it is. Speak of the devil. Alright, this one's going to run any second now. Oh, you know what? I didn't put any other carts on that one train. That's fine. It's simulating the further variability in types of trains that will run. Alright. Oh, never mind. He's gone. Alright. You're going to go to Moritz. Add station. And then we'll do... Which ones can I remember? Tsukasa, which I don't think got on the last one. Alright, and then Anders and Huggles. Alright, where are we? Where are we? Anders. Add stations. And Huggles. Okay. And run the train. Cool, so we'll hang out on here. Oh, you know what? We need to add more stoplights here just for queue's sake. Because as of right now, I mean, the last train that's going to get hung up is going to be way over there. So, but I think if there's any indication as to how the block system works, I think we'll be probably just a-okay fine as far as worrying about our tail sticking out from behind the actual stations on the stoplights there. So, not a big deal. Alright, that train's going. That one's backed up. He's leaving that station. He's getting stopped at that stoplight. And now this one should be going. But he's not. Why is he not? That one's already caught up because it had to go through so many of them. Okay, interesting. Why is he not going, I wonder? Is he waiting until that other train goes in? Very curious. Alright. Yeah, go to Mart's. What are you waiting for, bro? I do not know what you are waiting for. Unless it's counting that as part of the block here. Yeah, it was. Okay. So for whatever reason, it had something to do with this track being connected to it. Not entirely sure what that means, but now we're aware of it. So, you know, knowing's half the battle, etc. Alright, but it's still the main problem here is the fact that all of the trains are going to be held up by the slowest train here, which is going to almost always be this one. So regardless of how we have them all waiting in line, they won't crash into each other, and we'll be able to have them multitask, essentially. And you can see it turn yellow whenever there's about to be a train there. That's so cool. I really love like the granularity of the control you have over a lot of these trains, and just basically anything in this game. It's got an incredible amount of control over what you can and can't do with it. And yeah, some of it, like more complex train designs and whatnot, are pretty much beyond me. Although, yeah, so what I would do with this in order to solve the problem of, you know, the slowest train is how fast the rest of your trains go kind of situation, is what I was thinking is, let me bring up the map for this. Now, this is a concept. We're not going to explore this very far. The next episode is going to be the finale for Factorio for the time being. Yeah, there they go. Everything's all happy and running. So for this, I will actually, let's do, there we go. So here's what I would do. I would draw, sure, but I would actually have another train track that ran like this, and then back up around like this. Well, I wouldn't cross over that mineral field so much, but you get the idea. And so we have the second parallel train track that's maybe 4 or 5 blocks away, just enough to have enough space to kind of do some things with. Or, well, more like 10 blocks away. I'm thinking in train track blocks, which are actually 2 by 2. So we have this internal train here, and what I would do is say, okay, we start here, and the first train that's going out isn't going to need copper or anything. We're actually looking for oil, so we just immediately have this option to go to this train track, and this train track would go all the way over here, deposit them there, and then back off again, and then resume around over here until this looks like this station would be pretty close to an oil field, so I would go ahead and hook up oil to that. And then, yeah, keep running around like that. There's no other ones that I can see right now, and my controls are taken away from me since I'm drawing. And yeah, so basically that's how you would run that, and then eventually this would hook back up over to here. We have the big turnaround, and yeah, so if you were still on the track after this, then you would eventually come back over here to reset. Likewise, so if you have a metal train that only does iron, then you would only need the iron station. So like this station here would need to have a stop. This station here, since iron's pretty much on all of these stations, it's almost like what's the point? And then up here, yeah, it'd get off and on up there, and then, or actually it would get off here and then go back up here, and just tell it go Matthias, then Anders, and I would assume it would take this route here to be shorter. But yeah, and then all you need is a way to jump off the cart there. Maybe you wouldn't even put a track here because you wouldn't need to. It would already be there. And then I can't remember if there's iron up here or not, but you get the idea. Let's do, hold on. Oh, no, this one. Let me see. Use your mouse to illustrate. Hold on. Controls. Yeah, let me do tool. And how do I change the color as C? Okay, cool. Oh, dang it. It's all gone. Hold on. There we go. So let's just redraw this really quick. Likewise, I think this would probably solve a lot of our problems. And then, yeah, let me redraw that. Okay, and then we'd have one going off here, and then back here. And then this would join up to this track, and then back up here. Yada yada, so on and so forth. I already illustrated this. You know the story. I'm just having to redraw it. Okay. See, now I don't know exactly how it would end up optimizing things based on a lot of it, but all of these stations would have basically parallel tracks that would run it all the way around, and then you'd basically have to come up with a stoplight system that worked basically like, okay, so you stop right here, and then you would stop right here in case there was somebody up here who was also waiting to come down here. And yeah, so that's where all your stoplights would be. I'm trying to think. Then you'd have a queue set up here. I don't know how it would play out. This would be fun to experiment with. This is an idea. So this will be my gift to you before the finale, which is probably almost entirely too short. Actually, you know what? Let's finish the game. We're going to finish the game this episode, just for shits, because it's already 30 minutes long, so who cares? But this is my gift to you. You can kind of take this little train idea, this parallel track idea for using multiple types of trains on a single track, and then being able to use stoplights to control it so that they only go to the resource that they're supposed to pick up. And that works out really good. So, oh, wait, I've actually got to clear this. Hold on. Don't know how to, there we go. That appears to have worked. Okay, cool. So, missile defense. Oh, we have to actually build the missile defense. Okay. Well, let's, fortunately, I've already gathered up the resources for that, and I have stockpiled them in a specific box way over here. So let's see how long it's going to end up taking. I think it's going to take like 1,000,000 years, maybe. Yeah, it doesn't have a required factory, so we just need 50 speed module 3s, productivity module 3s, advanced circuits, processing units, and rockets. Where are you? There you are. Bam! Look at that. Isn't that convenient as shit? Alright. Okay, well, grab all of that, and then hit that rocket button. Is it already built? It did build. Okay, so here's our rocket defense system. I know, right? Let's go ahead and power this shit on. Okay. So, start ship landing. Time until the fleet lands, 9:58, so we have 10 minutes. Yeah. So what should happen right now is all of the biters on our map, and then some, should be attacking us all at once. They should be coming from all sides. This is where I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to put down more laser turrets. Oh man, OMG, okay, load the game, haha. But that's not been implemented. So what we're stuck with is basically waiting for 10 minutes. So what did I tell you? I've said this multiple times in the playthrough. This is not going to be like the most exceptional moment in gaming history yet. I imagine once they update the soundtrack and do some other funky things, there's going to be some crazy drama in the air as this unfolds, in which case, you know, we all go, oh my goodness, look at this. And so, yeah, that would be the goal, I would hope. But yeah, well, in the case that, or because of the fact that my upload speed is incredibly terrible, as much as I'd like to sit here and wait with all of y'all and have all that happen, we're actually going to fast forward very quickly, and as a result of that, save my upload time by probably another 6 hours. So let's do that. Okay, and 0. Look at that. Game finished. What do you know? That's the end of it. Hey, we actually get a scrolling message, and we have dark green thin tree kills 9,807. Those poor trees. Lots of small biters, medium biters, big biters. Green thin tree, green coral. Fuck green coral. We killed 1,600 somehow, mostly with car, I imagine. Dark thin tree. What else do we have? Dead tree, small worm, medium worm, big worm. We got just as many big worms as we did medium worm, basically. That's crazy. Fast transport belts, killed plenty of those. Not entirely sure how or when. 16 cars. Killed as many cars as we did fast transport belts. Yeah, well, I'm not the greatest driver in the world, but whatever. Wall. Destroyer. Destroyer? The hell is Destroyer? Oh, are they talking about the little devices? The drones. These guys right here. Destroyer capsule. Yeah. Pipe to ground. Ran into those by the pair, so that's nice. Wooden chest on purpose. Medium electric pole. Probably ran into it. Electric furnace 3, the ones I just ran into there because I wanted to see how much I could kill with my car. And dead, dry, hairy tree, big electric poles, iron chest, small electric pole. Yeah, so there we go. That was basically 57 hours of, 58 hours. Just shy of 58 hours of Factorio. So if we hit finish, brings us back to this. It's almost kind of sad. So, and then, well, I would do the campaign, but the campaign it annoys me terribly. But I wonder, I haven't tried to play it since I first tried to learn how to do the game. So I imagine it would probably go a little bit smoother if I actually tried. Either way. So there we go. That was Factorio. Well, I'll be revisiting this series definitely sometime in its future once maybe some more content comes in. I know. So you start this landing process and then and then the colonists land, and then what, right? That's the big question on everybody's mind is there anything after that? Is it just a game over screen and everybody has your thanks forever? That kind of a deal? Or, they want to introduce some like city building components where you actually have to manage the population and production of food and things like that. So that should be real interesting once that gets all set up, and basically just add another layer of gross calamity to an already calamitous game. So I'm super excited about it. I think it's going to be great, and I really look forward to it. But we're probably a little ways off. This is still the alpha, and again, it's incredible. The fact that I can make 72 episodes of alpha footage is very telling at how thorough this game will be once it's done, I think. So yeah, good times ahead for Factorio Land. But yeah, either way, this has been Cardboard Decoy Plays Factorio. Be sure to join me whenever I bring the series back. I know some of you will be completely beside yourselves with it because that's pretty much, I think, all the series that you actually watch on my channel, which is totally fine. But I'll be back with some kind of city builder, I think. I think I might just leave this slot for city building because I do like those games quite a bit, and I try to hopefully keep them a little interesting. So we might come back with a No Moria or something, or I'll hopefully be able to find something decent to fill this slot. That's the point. That's the key there. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Have fun.